Hey everyone, Shawn Smith here at Dedicated Commercial Recovery in Roseville, Minnesota. I'm the founder and CEO. Doing a story today on how going the extra mile really paid off for Dedicated, and I hope it inspires you to go the extra mile in anything you're doing in life, because I truly do believe if you're putting others first, going the extra mile and making sure that people know you care about them, that will pay off in the long run for you as well as those around you within your organization. So the story goes like this. Several years ago, I think 3+ years ago within the company, we had a major transition. I was running operations, more operationally focused, and I had someone focusing more on the sales, business development, relationship management side of Dedicated. And I had brought on our executive director of operations, Jay Kekafer, and we had a transition in roles, and I moved more into that development relationship role within Dedicated. And up to that point, I hadn't been the one who was on the phone with the clients, dealing with a lot of issues or challenges or just growing that relationship. And I needed to transition to that role. And I wanted all of our clients to know that none of the other employees were changing. Things were going to keep going on as they had been, and just make sure they were confident in what was going on with Dedicated, since it was a major shift in roles. And so I made the decision to fly out to any client that was placing accounts with Dedicated regularly and meet with them face to face, let them know where we were at, where we were going, and just let them ask questions and make sure they were comfortable with this transition and where we were going. And one particular client was located in Gainesville, Florida, and so I had a conference coming up, so I made a plan to fly down there early, stay the night in Gainesville, have lunch with them, meet with their executive leadership team, and then drive down from there to Miami. And of course, the night before, being from Minnesota, a blizzard decided to roll in, and I got stuck at the airport for about 8 hours. I literally was just about to board the plane when they shut the airport down, and they kept saying, we might reopen it. Finally, they did not. That led to a very crazy Uber ride with a very nice gentleman who was from Africa and had never driven in a Minnesota winter, and with over a foot of snow, that's definitely a drive I'll never forget. And the next morning, couldn't get out till 10 something in the morning. Didn't land in Orlando till after 2+ hour drive up to Gainesville. And the client the whole time is like, "Look, don't worry about coming out. We'll just talk on the phone. No big deal. We like you guys. You're doing great." And I said, "No, I'd really like to come up there if you're okay with it still." And so we moved the meeting to 4:45 and just did an hour-long meeting at the end of the day. Meeting went great. They're still not only an amazing client for us today, but they are just great personal friends of mine, and I'm very thankful for them. And at the end of that meeting, the owner recommended that I join the SBFA, which is a small business finance association. It is a group of fintech funders that is very tight-knit and does a lot of work within the industry and advocates for the industry. And there was no other collection agency or legal enforcement entity in that group. And so we were lucky enough to be approved by membership, joined, and now we work for the majority of the membership. And it's proven to be a tremendous thing for Dedicated in growth and the number of clients we work with and relationships and our brand and doing work with them in DC and with our legislators. And that all stemmed, I think, from going that extra mile with our client down in Gainesville. And I just thought it would be great when you think about going into 2021 and how can you separate yourself from your competition? How can your clients know that you care about them? Look for ways to go the extra mile. Make sure that your clients, your team, whoever it is, knows you care about them and that you're willing to put the work in and go that extra mile for them, and only good things will come from that. I can promise you that. So thank you as always for tuning in, and God bless.